Yo guys, and welcome to a new video. Today I will be talking about Reedland or Rietland in Dutch. Alright, so Reedland is a very interesting Dutch movie that is definitely worth talking about for a few reasons. First of all, this is not any kind of movie that you would expect from Dutch ground, so that is very good for this film, and that is very unique about this film. It feels like something you've never seen before, and probably something you will never see again, because it is incredibly unique in what it does and what it tries to achieve. With that being said, the movie shines biggest through its lead actor. And that is a good thing. Because the lead actor from Reedland, if you don't know what it's about, it's basically some kind of murder mystery from a reed cutter in the Rietland, and he is just doing his job and he's just trying to get by, but then he suddenly finds a dead body in his reed, and he contacts the police and they try to figure out who has done it. But the who has done it is not sincerely and not firstly, it's not even slightly the biggest important part of the film. It's mainly just about Johan, about this reed cutter. And the perfect thing about Johan is the guy who portrays him, Gerrit Knobbe, he is not an actor. He has maybe done some drama in the past on school and stuff like that. I think I've read it somewhere. I don't know it for sure. But he has nothing with a film community. He is not an actor. He has never studied acting. He is an actual reed cutter. So if you cast an actual reed cutter for your reed cutting film, you're of course gonna have great reed cutting scenes that look real as possible, because the man is just doing his job at that point. So hey, you do his job and you film for another, so someone else is getting paid as well. So that's great. That's both of them. That's fun for both. But usually what you also have with that is that the acting can be kind of atrocious. But in this one, I think we may have found Gerrit's secret talent, because he is incredible in the film. He is so incredibly good in everything that he does in this film that it's genuinely insane on how good it all feels and on how good it actually all is. It's insane. It's beautiful. The man portrays this role of Johan with such incredible care and sincerity and honesty that you just believe everything coming out of his mouth, even though you probably will not understand the word from this, even though this is just Dutch. It's in an accent. It was a pretty funny accent. I loved the accent, and it made the movie even better. It was very interesting to see on how good the man actually was in the role and how good the character actually was because of him not being an actor. I have always believed that if you cast non-actors and just regular people, not influencers, fuck the influencers, you do not deserve to be in my movie. Study acting, then go in movies. But the actual regular people, if you place them in films, it will always give you some form of sincerity, because they are not casted because of their fame, they're not casted because of anything else. They are casted because of something that the director and the casting director saw in that person. And you can see that all throughout Gerrit Knobbe in this film. He and his Johan are absolutely insane. The girl portraying Dana, also really good. She is also insanely well casted. The film itself is very good, but it's also maybe a little bit too slow. This movie has a runtime of around 112 minutes, so around 1 hour 52 minutes, but it feels like it's 2 to 3 hours long. This film feels a lot longer than it actually is, and if your film is 2 hours already, you will feel those 2 hours. You will feel every single second of it. This movie moves so slow that at some points I may have thought that my projector from the movie theater I was seeing the movie in could have broken down, because I saw nothing move, I saw nothing happen. It was really slow. So this is a movie you have to sit down for. This is a movie you have to be in the mood for. So it's so slow that at some points I had to punch myself in the face to make sure that I was still awake. stuff like that. Still was very interested and deeply interested in everything I have seen in this film, and I was deeply invested in everything. But the pacing could have been a little better, in my opinion. The pacing could have been a little faster to make sure that that everything stayed as interesting as it was. The ending of the film, in my opinion, I get why they were going for that ending, but I still felt like the main thing that was the focal point of the film, or the beginning of the focal point, or the beginning of the means to go to where your story, where you want to go, is of course the killing of the girl. And I feel like they did not resolve enough around that at the end of the film, and they just made a portrait of this man, of Johan, which is great, and that's the greatest part of the film, but still I maybe wanted a little bit more of a resolve around that part of the story. They give you enough hints as to who or what or may not, but still it's never really concluded. It's never really told to you, so you don't really know in the end about who did it, and that is what I thought was pretty sad about it. But still, the journey to get to the end, to follow this man along on a story, was insanely interesting, was insanely well done, and I think Reedland is one of the most unique Dutch movies I have ever seen, and this movie has been sent in for the Dutch Oscars, or for the Oscars, the 98th Oscar Academy Award ceremony. This will be the official Dutch sent-in. I don't think it will eventually get the nomination, maybe get the shortlist, but I don't think it's unique enough for international audiences to get the actual nomination out of the 5. But if it does, please prove me wrong, because I do think this one might become really interesting for international markets if it actually gets a nomination. Just like Close a few years ago for Belgium did a lot for the Belgian community, did a lot for that film, and everyone was raving about it. I hope we can get something for Reedland as they had with that. Maybe even a win. Don't think it will get the nomination, but if it does, I first of all will be very surprised, but also very, very, very hopeful though that it will do well. So yes, Reedland is an amazing film. It's just a little bit too slow to my taste, so in the end I'm going to give this one 4 stars, and I can definitely say that 3 of those stars are only for Gerrit Knobbe in his portrayal of Johan. He is incredible. If they gave him a Best Actor nomination, I wouldn't be surprised. Are they gonna do that? Fuck no. If they do that, I will forever applaud the Academy Awards for everything that they do, and I will never, ever have any critique on them anymore. Alright, with that being said, I want to thank you for watching, and I'd like to thank you and maybe see you in the next review I'm gonna make. Alright, thank you for watching. Bye bye.